You are my favorite sprinkles, and today I'm going to show you something cool. You're going to like it. We're going to laugh, we're going to cry, but it hurts to watch it as well. So this is an actual real thumbnail title from an XRP video. Now, shout out to the gentleman if you actually do exist and watch this video, friends. I just want to say, XRP Army, I love you. I respect you. But my gosh, at some point, I just want you to just look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, maybe I'm allocated enough. Maybe my new allocations, USD, maybe you got some Bitcoin to spend, maybe some stonks, maybe you can sell your car, maybe you can get a promotion. Maybe there's other parts of crypto that actually go up after 10 years, okay? Because XRP versus Bitcoin is going down. It's down 70% after 10 years now. I hope it just keeps popping and popping and popping. It makes everybody great and links with Bitcoin. But friends, if you're listening out there, I want you to know, yes, strong cults and communities are great to prevent zero. However, if just not going to zero was good enough, you'd be in bonds. You'd be holding out your cash. You know what you're here for. We're here for the growth. We're here to buy under pressure. We're here to play the game of speculation. Now, if you're in XRP, it's just like, I'll just tell it to you straight. Ripple's playing the game with you too, okay? Ripple's game is, how long can we string along the XRP army until we do our IPO and make this other new tech for CBDCs, which they all say is coming? You know, friends, look, if Cripple were really on top of their game, why do they have to fork Uniswap v2? I want to ask you that. Cripple were meant to have world-changing liquidity technology. So it's funny, Hayden literally eating Hot Pockets in his underwear, right? Like just fumbling his glasses in his bathroom. He just crushed it with Uniswap and just creating it when it was real DeFi, okay, back then. And Cripple had to copy it. So just telling you, Ethereum and the innovation, and even if you don't think it's innovation, even if you think it's just a casino, well, the casino's just better out there in different places, decentralized world trends. That's why I want you to know, we always got to have a humble respect about, yeah, these communities are out here and these coins that we really know and love out there, they're not as all cracked up as they are to be, all right? So when it comes to this, for example, look at this. XRP, Ripple, David Schwartz explained why XRP will be $50,000. Now, it's funny, it's because he was referring to Davey Schwartz. They call him the Predator. They said basically, well, he sold these Ethereum too early. I think he sold like a 40,000 ETH for $1. He had to sell it for like the ice. He had to sell it for renovation, whatever it was, okay? So 40,000 ETH or some enormous amount. And he's just basically saying, you know, just keep holding, you know. But we can't laugh because it's every founder does it, right? Sergey comes out with Chainlink, is like, we're going to go to trillions of dollars for DeFi, right? Richard Hart comes out, hey, delayed gratification, right? Everyone does it. Every community. Charles Hoskinson, even Elon Musk, friends. He says, oh, yeah, we're going to Mars. You better not sell. We want that, friends. We want something to look forward to, okay? But at some point, I'm just asking you to consider parts of your portfolio to think, all right, different parts have different strategies, okay? So, you know, I've told you since the start, you have 90% call, 10% lottery. Like, get ready for the Bitcoin halving year. We're going to have to start spending the lottery on 2024 coins. And all those coins that everybody wasted their time on in 2023, guess what? They're going to be old news, right? So this is something to be considerate about, friends. So look, I even mentioned XRP Army do believe XRP is going $100. Why? It's because they're anchoring to 2017. XRP did a 500x in the year 2017, January to December, bang. So they're anchoring in their mind. They go, oh, I can do it again. I can do it again. It's been 6 years, man. It's been 6 years, okay? So I'm not telling you to sell. Right? I'm not financial advisor, just a dude on the internet spinning on a squeaky chair, right? Just telling you, like, sometimes you got to check your elbows, friends. Are they pointy? You need them to be pointy. Now, some of these competitive edges we're going to talk about, they're not obvious, all right? But I'm out here. I've got a big, fat green candle, satellite. I'm pointing it everywhere. Yes, everyone says, hey, get that freak out, right? So when we're out here, you're trying to look for something that can spark the imagination of retailers. If you want to take the lazy approach, you're going to lose because you're going to wait for the biggest influencers to tell you that it's now attractive. Oh, these coins are all up, right? By then it's too late. You know it's too late, okay? You know the big latest influencer channels, okay? Because just think about this, for example, okay? They have what? 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 people following, 1 million people following. You got to imagine, man, 5% of them come back to crypto. 5% of 1 million's 50,000 people. That's way too many participating in your thing. You don't want 50,000 eyeballs when you're looking to get in, right? You want 50,000 eyeballs on your thing when you're looking to get out. You see the game? So what's one unique thing that I discovered? It was to do with meme coins, friends. Well, meme coins, they're at the super bleeding front edge of crypto markets. And it makes sense when I explain it to you like this. So meme coins, they don't do anything. They're just a community. Just hang out, okay? But they have to innovate. They do. The market, it's finding a way to get this whole thing going, the engine to keep going, without real products, right? So the types of things that meme coiners do, very unique, okay? It's about story manipulation, story and branding. For example, I made a post earlier this year, so I learned it from the Dork Lord community. So they have campaigns, okay? I laughed my ass off when it came to this. I'm like, this coin's got 50,000 market cap and you guys are putting this much effort? Yeah. So a campaign, what they'll do is, in the meme coin, they'll start a story. So everyone's like, hey, this is a quest. This is a story. You know, friends, it's like Frodo trying to go, you know, find the ring. So all of these really put the pieces of the puzzle together because we're all on like a quest, on a journey, make it to the top. Remember, meme coins, they all start on a DEX. They all dream, what if we make it to Binance? Because that's what Pepe did. Pepe made it all the way to Binance. And Pepe was inspired by SHIB. It was like, oh, what if one day we flip Doge? Okay? We always want these stories. Now, when it comes to these meme coins, they have to innovate because there's no product. That's the funny part. There's no product. There's no game. There's no utility. There's no real DeFi thing. It's just, eh. And guess what? People love it still. We love it. Love being part of the community. Metcalfe's law, network effects. So the meme coiners, when they make things like a campaign, the average person just thinks, it's all a bunch of brainwashing, scamming. No, it's how to get everybody active. How to like start some actions of a cult, right? They start doing raids everywhere. They go to different Twitter posts and then everybody raids. And I saw things where they'll lock the chat room and they'll put a link of a Twitter post and everybody who tags the ticker of the coin, you earn 1 point. All right. So they'll set a condition like there's got to be 5 points for this one Twitter post. So if you click on the Twitter post and you type, oh my God, I love this coin, Dork Lord, whatever it was, Dork, right? The bot will go, okay, 1 out of 5. And the chat will stay locked. No one can chat until everybody, 5 unique people come in and they tag the coin. And once they're tagged, it gets unlocked again. It's actually very funny, these games that everybody plays, just to keep the community engaged, okay? But also something I learned was something with real yield, okay? Now, native coin staking is seen as a negative narrative in meme coins. It's funny. It's like, okay, I want to own them. That's what they're saying to themselves. I want to own a meme coin, but I don't want the yield to be in this coin because people will dump. So what they do is they go, well, it's genius. They go, well, there's only one use case of crypto. It's buying and selling and speculating. So what they did was they all will put a tax on the meme coin. 1% or 2%. And that tax, the buy-sell tax though, it goes into a pool and it's Ethereum yield. It goes into a pool and then that gets distributed to the stakers. Okay, so you're getting paid in Ethereum. That's why they call it real yield. I guess they're implying that everything else is fake. Okay, so it's just fascinating because it just makes so much sense to them, but to us, it's a bit confusing. You're like, wait a minute. Why didn't you guys make a game? Why didn't you guys make a metaverse? Why didn't you guys make a DEX or a DeFi or a trading thing or a trading engine? Why didn't you do any of that? And the meme coiners, all of them, they're like, nah, man, like, they're not real things. They're not like real products, right? You know what's a real product? Speculation and gambling, the casino. That's what we're all here for. And they know it. They all know it and they understand it. So they take the buying and the selling tax and they reroute it. It's like a government taxing economic activity and then using it to go pay something and the citizens being able to get like bond yields out of a bank account. It's actually the same thing. It's actually really cool that we can see this happen. And actually, it's even cooler that you have a friend like me who wrestles crocodiles part-time. I can actually point this out to you, right? So these meme coiners, it is the casino life, but this is where they are seeking out innovation. Now, I just want to remind you again, friends. So this concept I've shown you, no other influencers don't talk about it. No, right? Because they're not doing the hard work, okay? Because and look, a lot of people are focused on different things. So everyone's got their own specialty. I just want to win the most. That's it. I want to win the most and I want you to win the most. All right. Now I'm fulfilling that crypto trilemma. I didn't care about reputation risk. All right. So what would reputation have to do with that? Well, reputation risk would be like, you know, I'll tell you, that's what the influencers tell you and me, right? They'll say, well, this coin's really great. And their ICO entry is 1 cent. And they tell you to buy in the open, you can't get the ICO. Now you got to buy it like 30 cents. Okay, so that's what they do. They also do things like, they'll tell you the easy stuff, right? So protect your reputation. They'll say, go and do airdrops. Why? Because you can't lose, right? But you actually do lose. You lose time. Okay, they just don't tell you that part, right? Where they go, well, go and farm all these airdrops of the ecosystem. 1, all the time, you don't have it. 2, which airdrops, okay? There's all these projects. Now, there are people out there professionally doing it, but they're all trying to scam each other. So everybody doing the airdrops, one person's trying to like rinse 100 accounts to try to trick the system, and everybody else can't win. And these people aren't even going to tell you their tricks, okay? Because they have different... See, friends, it's a dirty game, isn't it? They're not going to give you their edge away, okay? They're not going to give their competitive edge away, right? So you know, even comes to airdrops, for example, they're not going to tell you like... I've seen people, spoken to people, friends. Well, they'll do things. They'll do like, they have certain methods of how they trick the system to make them think that they're human, right? And it's not just individual wallets. It's patterns within the wallet. So for example, they know, like I forgot which one. They know something like if they click on a website and they deposit money out of an exchange into that fresh wallet, they know to do something like, okay, like only make 1 trade for the first 3 days, right? Don't just start doing like 30 trades because then, you know, the system on average, they can ping stuff. They're like, that's very suspicious. You deployed money from an exchange to a fresh new wallet and then it just does all these trades, you know, because you're trying to like spoof the system, right? So, you know, all these little tricks, I don't know all these and they seem like a bunch of baloney anyway because you don't even know if you're going to get a coin for that ecosystem or that project, right? So there's other people, friends, there are other people like CL, Mr. Little Cat, right? Love following him. They're great leverage traders and they just have a different method of looking at the market. So Mr. Cat, for example, he's really good at like seeing that he can look at different spreads of like, say, Coinbase's Bitcoin versus, say, Binance. He look at the different spreads of those and he can like sniff out like, oh, wow, there's a big Coinbase Bitcoin buyer. And he'll just try to get long with them. The problem is, 1, leverage, okay? And 2, you need KYC, you got to get into the exchanges. And 3, you need to have money to make money, okay? So a lot of people get priced out there. And this type of skill set goes way over time, very fast, because all these other scam, hedge funds, you're competing with people who don't even really like crypto, but they're just here for the money and to make the yield and stuff, okay? But it is out there for everybody. See, there's a lot of ways these people make money, right? What do? I'm contrarian, friends. Contrarian investing, okay? It's literally, it's Warren Buffett 101, right? It is. Now, Warren Buffett's investing, we are doing his early days. It's how Warren actually made everything at the start. Cigar-Butt investing. That's what we're doing here, okay? We're doing Cigar-Butt investing. Just got to remind you what it is. He goes, you're walking along a footpath, and you find a cigarette, and you see it's got 1 little puff, and that's it. And then it's done. That's exactly what we're doing. We're buying the depression, and we're like, you know what? I think our narrative will look after itself when Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, 69K, and we're just going to be looked after. That's it. Like 1 shot. I just want that 1 shot, that 1 more cycle, okay? That's Cigar-Butt investing for crypto. Now, obviously, Charlie Munger, the late Charlie Munger, rest in peace, he eventually helped Warren to go like, hey, if you want to really go for the big guns, you can't do that because you're too big for the market, right? So that next level, friends, don't worry about that. By that point, you don't really care. Okay, that's what Shamath Palapoopi is doing, and all these other dudes are doing. What they're doing is they're trying to find startups, VCs. They're trying to, you know what I mean? They're trying to get into this bigger game, and then maybe they'll rotate their profits into Bitcoin or something, right? They're just trying to ride with super long-term blue chip stuff over the long run, okay? And yeah, technically, you're going to do fine, but we're not here to wait 35 years to make it, you know what I mean? But those are the big things that, like, you can't go from, you know, like your net worth to say 500 million by just like cigar-butts, okay? Sorry, or go beyond that. You can probably get around there. Who knows the real size? But after that, you're really just going to have to do what those big dudes do. So, for example, friends, not going to say anything bad about anybody, but there are Ethereum maxis out there. They will do angel investing, okay? Now, you can watch their channels. Not going to name their names in this video, but they talked about it. Minimum clip 50K. Minimum. Because they have the influence, people come up to them. They're like, hey, I like your project. Sweet. They're just handing out 50K checks all the time, making a return. And what do you think they're doing? They're dumping the coin, rotating into ETH. Okay, so that's that next game that they play. But you don't need to play the game. It's just that they're here all the time, okay? So there is ample opportunity out there. Don't forget, the number one thing that wins, friends, contrarian investing, okay? That's the thing that wins. Now, of course, if we had insider knowledge, we would just get all the best ICOs and best deals, but they're not going to give it to us, okay? They're not going to give it. Have to work really, really hard, all right? So contrarian investing, buying low, selling high, buying in the depression. You're buying from pessimists, okay? People are pessimistic. Oh, my ecosystem is going to go down. Oh, we're never going to have a bull market. Those types of people, you're buying off them. And then we're selling in the euphoria. We're selling to optimists. We're selling to people like, we just hit $80,000 Bitcoin. We're going to be $180,000, big boy. That's what they're saying, okay? By the way, friends, I've got to let you know. Some juicy angel music just to calm things down, okay? So, buying from pessimists, selling to optimists. This is just the fundamentals of the stock market and just markets themselves, okay? So we're obviously tweaking that a bit because, you know, you could just buy Bitcoin in the bear market, but we know what we're here for, friends. Like, to be honest, you already know this by now. The risk of crypto, man, it can go to zero tomorrow, all right? Even Bitcoin. So I want to be compensated more than a freaking 2 or 3x, personally. I don't know about you. Just here all day. Well, if we're going to lose it all anyway, I may as well swing for the fences. That's how my approach of thinking about it, okay, friends? So hopefully one day we get to go through the journey of like leveling up, but you'll probably be done by that point. I don't think you're going to be bothered, friends. You just, you know, all right, we've got a long journey ahead. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, all to mum and dad. Do love and appreciate them, and they're still going to make it too. Catch you soon.